Galactic Penguin stood in the damp, dark shelter of the Naruto hater's base. The sweat dripped down his brow. He sighed in despair. It was over.
Hold on, you guys.
Sasuke
All
Combs
right.
had won. He clutched his trusty Tommy gun in his shivering hands and looked through the window at the devastating massacre that was occurring. Numi 26 body lay motionless under a hungry Asuma.
I'd like to continue.
Lily Liver's body had been impaled on a 50-foot-long spike, which was wielded by a 15-year-old Narusasu fanfic writer, and DT Trooper's carcass was carelessly tossed alongside a busy front of.
Can I continue the next paragraph?
Sure.
Dreadful, isn't it? Said a
Freeway.
nice for Galactic spun around only to find the shadow of random DCE standing against an adjacent window. His soft-colored green eyes shimmered in contrast to the dark raining background, giving him an almost enigmatic silhouette. Galactic tried not to look at him, but he felt almost as if he was drawn to random DCE's emerald green eyes and soft, thick beard. Galactic took a deep breath and nodded. He took a last look at Noob's body. It's dreadful. The woman I love will never laugh or hug or kiss. Alright, someone else can continue
That's not what
on.
I meant, said DCE. I was referring to the fact that this is the first time I have talked to each other, alone, in the dark.
Galactic raised his brow at this statement. This wasn't something that random DC would say after he saw the love of his life get murdered. Maybe he was just in a state of shock. To bring DC back to reality, Galactic said the inevitable. Do you miss Lily? No, said DCE. He took a puff from his cigarette like I'm about to now. She was only a pawn. A pawn? Galactic replied, fairly confused.
Galactic
said
DCE.
His
emerald eyes was
pierced through Galactic like a knife through butter. The way DCE's eyes glimmered when he uttered the three syllables made Galactic question everything he had ever thought he truly wanted. I love you. It's only you, Galactic. There was never Lily. This is gay.
Galactic wasn't sure what to say. He had no witty retorts, sarcastic remarks, or anything. Nothing like that at all. He almost reverted to thinking that maybe this was just a dream. A strangely wonderful dream. A dream that Galactic had always secretly wanted to have and never wake up from.
Can I read?
Oh my god, it's a homo story.
DC turned Galactic, and Galactic saw what was coming and closed his eyes. DC's tongue caressed the inside of Galactic's mouth, and Galactic melted his eyes on his head.
It gets worse, guys.
Beautiful. He didn't open his eyes when he stroked DC's warm chest, caressed his backside, and even when he pulled DC's beard closer to himself in order to feel feeling that he had never before. When their lips unlocked, Galactic's eyes opened. I love you.
God, I love you too, said Galactic. I knew it all on this well, but it's just so taboo. DCE said, finishing Galactic's sentence. Galactic. Come here, said DCE. I need you. We need each other. I've never really done this before, said Galactic. I have.
That's the best line.
I'll show you how it's done.
I call this one.
No, I call this one.
God damn, I said first. This is too good.
DCE began.
You guys are so awesome.
Oh my god, this is hilarious.
Yeah, I told you. I've read this with, like, Andre before.
I wish I could high-five all of you guys in real life.
DC
I'll give you
can't his stiff muscles get the thunder and the lightning occurring in the window behind him. His eyes glowed brighter still, and when Galactic's eyes traveled south, he knew that DC was the one that he wanted all along. Galactic got down on his knees to get a better look. DCE was amazing. He had never really seen a grown man naked before, except in textbooks and in the movies. Go ahead.
Said DCE.
No one will stop you. I'm afraid, said Galactic. In his annoyance. No, I call it. In his annoyance, DC pulled himself closer to Galactic's mouth. Until Galactic had no choice but to do what he had secretly always wanted to do. He closed his eyes and licked the tip of DCE's throbbing shaft. Oh my god!
Okay. rockets!
I want to read this one.
Galactic did as he was told. He closed his eyes and welcomed the long shaft into his waiting mouth. He moved in around DC, then pulled himself closer to DCE's leg and swallowed. The long blue object remained in Galactus' warm throat,
My God,
and then
this is
Galactus
hilarious.
positioned himself in a way that DCE would feel the epidemic of the sensation. Galactic
pity.
moved his soft lips and warm tongue faster and faster until DCE's eyes began to gleam with satisfaction. Suddenly, DCE released a fountain of calm which caused Galactic surprise.
Let me know before you do that. Galactus framed his mouth dripping. I'm sorry, DC said. Now it's payback time, Galactic said flirtatiously. Galactic slowly began to undress Galactus' innocent, boyish body with a direct contrast to DC's muscular composition. DC nodded and kneeled towards Galactic's innocent member. DC took it in his hand and started to make swift motions in his hand with his hands. Galactic tried to scream, but nothing came out. His mouth hung agape, and he sat and took in the tingling sensation. DC took the whole thing into his mouth and began massaging it with his lips. This time Galactic did scream, but not with the exclamation such as stop or don't, but instead he shouted at the top of his lungs the word, yes!
Oh my God.
Yes! Yes!
Delicious! Galactic pushed himself towards DC's mouth. Swallow it, fucker! Swallow the whole fucking thing! DC surprised to hear these words coming from such a fragile-looking person, but he did as what he was told.
The tingling sensation crawled up Galactic's spine, and he knew he wanted more. He knew it for sure. There was no Noom. Who was Noom? It didn't matter. After a while, DC looked over at Galactic with a puzzled expression. Are you close? DC said, with Galactic's dick in his mouth. It takes me a bit, said Galactic, turning red.
DC released Galactic from his mouth. Let's suck each other off at the same time, said DC. Both got on the bed. The covers with a perfect temperature against their bodies, which enhanced everything 100-fold. Their toes rested gently around each other's necks. And once Galactic saw DC's hard throbbing dick in his face, and DC's mouth covered his tingly hard penis, Galactic came almost instantly. DC licked the cunt inside of his cheek. No, said Galactic. Oh well, whatever, said DC and turned Galactic on his back. That's the end of
The end.